He's an attorney. He's located in Pennsylvania, but I consult with him.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead and kind of, you know, I'm gonna say you brought a guest with you on the phone and let you do all that. Wow, it's very professional.
Isn't that gorgeous?
It really, really is. Oh my God.
I'm
Why,
excited.
so why do you have to get new flooring? Is that
Oh,
the
no,
flooring
no,
you
no, no.
want?
This is my inspiration.
This is your inspiration.
Yeah.
When that's your place and she needs new flooring? Oh, so that's what you want?
Yes. So currently, it's a gorgeous, you know, corporate executive office in South Scottsdale, but it's got carpet and.
So,
it's just-
have you heard of flooring, international flooring? They come to you and they bring like,
They did, and they couldn't find what I wanted.
oh, so they didn't have this?
No, I gave them the inspo, and I gave them a sample of what I wanted, and they couldn't source anything. He followed up with me once, but that was it.
Okay.
It took me a long time to find it.
Excuse me.
I did. It's a U.S.-based company out of California, so I'm very happy about that. I made a promise to myself I was going to try not to purchase from like China
Right,
or
right, right.
Japan, and
Idea, good
you know,
idea.
keep things in the U.S.
Yeah.
So I'm spending more to buy things in the U.S., but I think it's worth it.
Well, and this is your baby,
This is my
right? And you're gonna make it right. You're gonna make it what you want. And so it doesn't matter how long it takes, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Where's mine?
But how exciting. What made you go darker?
Mostly the blonde was frying my hair. So I was taking it darker step by step, and I was just tired of it, and I wanted a
But it
big.
makes
I
you
like
pop.
big
It
changes.
makes your eyes pop. Yeah. I gotta do something myself. Well, I went gray, that's it, but now I gained all the weight that I lost. In a year, I gained it all. Now I have to lose it.
COVIDs. The COVIDs, man, they've been rough on everybody.
My ex-husband says something, it's kind of disgusting, but he says it. Because he's been eating like he has two assholes. So I said, I said to my daughter the other day, I said, I think I've been eating like I got four of them. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm not even hungry. You have 2 minutes. Okay. Luckily, we know each other, right?
Do you have I want to
Yes. Yes.
I will let you know when the phone-in guest has
Okay.
called.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you cold?
No,
You're okay.
no, it's just me being, you know how I am.
Let me set it up now.
I'm
We've got, oh wait, let me just look this. So, I'm going live, you know, on Facebook and everything. We have been having, Facebook has been having some troubles with their sound and stuff like that, but I've got 3 of us going here. 3. I kind of like that.
If you want to, another topic I can't hit on is home safety, fire, facts about holiday home fire safety, or you know, Christmas fires, or how to stay safe. Holiday safety guide. There we go. Holiday safety facts.
I got it.
Like water your tree, they get dry.
Right.
Right.
I got it. We're gonna have fun here.
Okay. We'll try.
Let me go live in a second here.
Let me turn off the phone. Has he called in yet?
He hasn't said so.
Hey Siri, call Steve Feinstein.
It's kind of cool, just you and me.
You know how.
Here we go. Don't worry about it. He'll call in. Even if he calls in at the second half, don't worry about it. I got you covered, okay? I'm gonna go live right now.
What's the phone number? 302?
602-253-9616. So welcome back, everyone. We're live now on Facebook to everybody out there, so hi to everybody out there. And I guess we're having a little trouble there on Facebook, but we're on our GoPro, so I'm going to say hi to everybody out there. My next guest, because our first one was a replay, is Carolyn Ray, and she is the owner of Professional Claims Management. Welcome back to the show. You have been on my show for quite some time.
Yes.
I want you to talk to everybody a little bit about, what you do, because it's so important, because like I've said before, every time you come on, and I'm going to say it every time you do come on, I wish I knew I could call someone like you when I went through a disaster in my life. And a disaster doesn't have to be as huge as mine. It could be something, like a fire, which is a huge disaster, but it could be a flood. There's a lot of different things that you have that happen to you. But I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself. And today, you said that you wanted to kind of talk a little bit about holiday safety facts, and we're going to understand why when you explain to them what you do.
Absolutely. Hi, Carol. Good to see you again. So we are public insurance adjusters. Most people have never heard of us. We're the insurance industry's biggest kept secret. The reason is they don't want you to know we exist. We represent homeowners and ensure that the insurance companies pay everything that they have to pay to their policyholder. So we're licensed by the state as insurance adjusters, and we represent policyholders. There's three types of adjusters that you can get. There's the insurance company adjuster, who most all of them don't actually have insurance adjuster licenses. They work underneath the corporate umbrella, so they're called claims representatives. There's the insurance adjuster that's independent, who work for independent firms, but they're also hired by the insurance carrier. So they still follow the dictates of what the insurance carrier wants. They get a sheet, and the sheet says this is what we pay for, this is what we don't pay for, and there's a lot longer what we don't pay for, right? And the third type is the public insurance adjuster. Just like hiring an attorney to represent you, who incidentally is the only other party that can represent a policyholder, there's us, public insurance adjusters.
And you work on a contingency basis, which means that they're going to work and fight for you to get what you deserve.
Absolutely. So if for any reason your claim is denied, or you get $0 for whatever reason, no matter how much work we put into it, on a contingency basis, we pay, you owe us nothing.
Well, I know that we've had these books before.
Yes.
We're going to do it again today. I brought them with us. Now, the books that we have that we're going to be giving away, one of them is, and I know we have our caller calling in right now who is with us. She had a guest that she was bringing with her who was just calling in, and we'll introduce him in a second. And so the book is called, one of them is called Pay Up. It's preventing a disaster with your own insurance company. And I guess we'll talk a little bit about what that book is all about in just a minute, because we're going to open up the lines to the audience for everyone to get that, as well as their survivor's guide to insurance. It's kind of disaster preparedness, which we're going to talk a little bit about. Kind of, God forbid something happens. Some of the things you shouldn't do, safety facts and things like that. We have with us Steve Feinstein, who is one of the attorneys that you work with, right?
Yes.
And welcome, you're on the show now, so welcome here. And I want to talk a little bit about, for you, generally what should someone do after they have a loss? What's the first thing they should do? So here, I want to say, this is where this book comes in, okay, really, because, listen, we all think that we should be calling our insurance company and they're going to take care of me because I'm insured, and this is not how it works. And that's why the book, we want everybody to have it. We're going to open up the lines to the audience here to get it. It's called Pay Up. Preventing a disaster with your own insurance company. Believe me, I've been through it, so I know exactly what it's like to have this happen. And also, you're going to get the Survivor's Guide, to insurance, and we're going to put that along with it. Carolyn wrote this book as well. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. And I'm going to let everyone just keep on calling throughout the rest of the show. I believe that everybody should have this book. I have mine in my office right next to everything because in case something happens, I now know that I can call someone like you. Now, I want to talk about you for just a second before I go on to some of these other questions, okay? One of them is that you work nationwide. Okay, that you do second opinions. Please, everybody, listen up to me right now. Anybody who's dealing with a claim, you can still call them and let them come in and talk to you. It's a free conversation that you're going to have with them, and they can see what they can do for you. They work on a contingency basis. Their phone number direct, it's 480-840-1816, and their website is onyourside.us.com. Okay, real quickly before we go to a break, and I know you're a talker, okay? But what can they expect when they call someone like you? It's a game. Well, we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk further. Some of the different things I want you to be able to get into, some of the facts, the holiday safety facts that you want people to hear, because you know what? We're at that time of the year. We've got a lot of lights up right now. You've got trees up. It's still hot here in Arizona. You're not watering them maybe. You might want to make sure that you take care of some things. They're going to be talking to you a little bit about some of those things to think of. Our lines are open here for everyone to call in and get the book Pay Up, Preventing a Disaster with Your Own Insurance Company, and a Survivor's Guide Guide to Insurance. Our number here, 602-277-5369. So we're going to keep on talking for a minute, okay? So my question to you, when you were just talking about that, okay? Somebody has a claim, okay? And they have their call, and the insurance company is not taking care of it. So when they call you, is that too late? Do they have to wait till they have, when you say another claim, is that other claim that you're talking about, that you're now putting that in, or how does that work?
If they feel that they're not getting treated fairly and they want a second opinion, as you say, then we go in and do a free evaluation.
And can you take over at any time?
You can take over at any time, yeah.
Okay.
I prefer to be in at the very beginning
Sure.
for like some of the reasons that Steve stated. If you've already gone ahead and done demo, you've already started your reconstruction, a lot of my evidence is gone, right? And most homeowners aren't going to take a picture of how high the baseboard is.
Yeah, they don't think about that. They
Right.
don't know what to do. And I think I want to talk a little bit about that too when you come back, because it's important that a lot of people today know to take pictures, but what to take pictures of is a different story.
Yeah.
And that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
see.
So Steve wanted to go over 3, 4, and 6. Like, what's the most important thing to do?
Okay.
Can my insurer deny a claim if I don't do the things you just mentioned, which he wants to get into?
Okay,
'Cause
so-
that's going to tie into his first
Okay,
question.
and that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying he's a long-winded, so I gotta try and get to what I can.
Yes.
If you want to, at the end, maybe just be able to do at least 2 suggestions, since that we brought that up and that you had mentioned that, but
Yep.
for right now, he just is long-winded, okay? And
Oh,
when we're
we're
not
all
on.
attorneys, holy
Yeah, oh,
smokes.
totally, I know. But when you're not here, it's even harder for me, because I've gotta try and figure out when he's trying to cut low, and sometimes I have to just cut in. But we'll find, it's fine. Get to it as much as we can. That's why we have more than one.
Number 6 would tie into me.
Okay.
So just maybe start with the word. So briefly, Steve.
Yeah, I'll say that.
He's great, he is, but yeah, he's chatty.
Yeah,
We love him for
but
that.
that's fine.
And I'll just tell him in advance. I got 3 minutes, but just get to the point. You know.
Because it goes by fast, and people don't, when you've never done it before, even when you've done it, even no matter what you do, every time you come on, it goes by fast.
Yeah.
It's just airtime. I mean, I've worked with Doc from Hypnotic One for 10 years, and every time he'll say, I just can't believe how fast it goes.
Right. Combine, Steve, what's the most important thing to do, followed by, can my insurer deny a claim if I don't do those things? Quickly.
So welcome back, everyone. Listen, I want to say this really quickly before we move on here. So important for you to write this information down that you're hearing here. That's what I love about the show. And you never know when something can happen. This number especially, put it in your phone. It is 480-840-1816. The website is onyourside.us.com, and just put it in there and you'll have it. You should also call in for the book. Having that book in your house and knowing what to do kind of gives you some help there as a start. God forbid something happens. The book is called Pay Up, Preventing a Disaster with Your Own Insurance Company, as well along with the Survivor's Guide to Insurance, which Carolyn wrote. Our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. They work on a contingency basis. They're based here in Arizona, but they work nationwide. Now, so briefly, Steve, I just want to ask you really quickly a couple of things. What is the most important thing then for someone to do?
Steve?
you call it if it's not a flood? I gotta know.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but you could have water in the basement, but how much water do you have? How do you say that? Okay, you have to be more specific.
Right, well, as soon as you say flood, they think surface water, they think, because flood in the policy is defined as surface water. Surface water comes from outside your rain, an ocean, whereas a flood inside your home most likely comes from a broken pipe, a
So
leaky
you-
water.
So they
heater,
say you're not covered, you believe that, you just go, okay, whatever.
because you used a catchphrase, a term of art,
Right,
flood, for them, and like, oh, flood denied, boom, done.
right.
But they don't dig into the policy because
That's
they're
why I
relying
love
on the
this show.
words.
Listen to this. Great information. Go ahead, Steve. I have to cut in there on that because what Carolyn said we were talking on Facebook at the break, which is that, you know, we all know we're great. We have our pictures, we have our, you know, that we take on our phones, which is awesome. But pictures, you may not know what pictures to take.
Right.
You're not gonna know that you have to take let's say, let's talk about the baseboard for a second.
Yeah, just, I mean, simply the baseboard. A homeowner may go around and go, oh, I gotta take pictures, they don't know what to take a picture of, and if they go ahead and do demo and or begin reconstruction before they call me in, I don't know if they had tile baseboard, if they had a 2-inch wooden baseboard, if it was a 4.5-inch fancy looking baseboard. You know, so there's just these little details
There's
that they
reasons.
don't know what to look for, and those details make or break you.
And it could be that, but I'm sure Steve would say that they could deny your claim if you do something that, and that's where they come in. They are here, they are on your side, and that is who we're talking about here. You just write this number down, put it in your phone. I believe it's so important, especially right now, guys. You know, things happen, and it could be that you have a flood. Don't call it a flood, but don't, you know. But could be that you have something that happens to you, and you do need to call a public adjuster, and that is what they are. Their phone number again, it's 480-840-1816. They do second opinions. They are both residential and commercial. I didn't say that before. Their website is onyourside.us. They're located right here, but they also help everybody nationwide. This is contingency basis, so everything they do, it doesn't cost you anything for them to come in and do the work. And like I said before, I only wish I had somebody. Does Steve have anything more to say before I want to let Carolyn also talk a little bit about some of the safety facts that she might want to talk about?
Oh, just,
Check them out on their website. I'm going to cut you off for a second because I want to get that out. It's onyourside.us. us.com, and that is what they're here for. Real quickly, because I know that we're gonna be leaving here in a minute, and I know you wanted to get a couple of safety facts out there, just because right now, the time of the year that we are in. Go ahead.
Right. Every year I get at least one new fire claim that happened on Christmas Day. So I wanted to bring up some Christmas safety facts. 1 in every 3 home Christmas tree fires is caused by electrical problems. 1/3 of those fires is caused by a dry tree, so be sure to water your natural tree that's inside your home. Electrical attached to the tree is also a huge problem. You run extension cords, maybe don't check all those old Christmas lines for fraying or broken wires. So yeah, keep an eye on your Christmas tree, and electric heaters don't plug into an extension cord. Make sure they're plugged directly into the wall.
Guys, be
Stay
safe. Be safe, and if something happens, please call them. They are terrific. I really wish I knew that I could call someone like you when something happened to me. They do free consultations. They work on a contingency basis. They are on your side. They're going to make sure that you get what you truly deserve. That phone number to call them, it's 480-840-1816. They do second opinions. They do both residential and commercial. They're based right here in Arizona, but they work nationwide. Check them out on their website. It's onyourside.us.com. Call in here, get the book, Pay Up, Preventing a Disaster with Your Own Insurance Company or the Insurance Guide, 602-277-5369.
And the disclaimer.
Did you like it? So let me tell you what I'm doing for you so that you know, and this, I've got to tell you a couple things. So because you said Christmas and I have you already on Christmas Day to air you, it's a special that I'm giving for my clients that I like you. You'll probably either get 1 or 2, it just depends. I'm taking the last 2 weeks off. I have to take some time off. I have to take care of the dog and stuff like that. Anyway, we have a live show in here. So I just want to let you know that when you said that Christmas, that's a perfect day that I'm going to hear that. If